Hello everyone, Raising Khan here. In this video, I'm gonna be coming back at you with another lame review of a movie. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing another Adam Sandler flick, and that's going to be Grown Ups 2, which is my least favorite Adam Sandler movie. I don't know why I'm telling you that straight out. I think it would have been better for me to let you know that near the end of the review, but it's whatever. It doesn't matter. I film these videos at 3 a.m. when I'm like half asleep, and I just do them for fun. Just kind of like, like chill or whatever. I don't know. I just have fun with these videos. And I know I posted something in the little community tab that I'd be cooking up something good. Well, this isn't it. This isn't the good thing that I'm cooking up. It's just, as I said, it's just a fun video. It's not meant to be great. It's gonna be very shoddily edited, and it's not gonna be very good. And I imagine the dislike to like ratio is not gonna be in my favor. That's usually how it is. Like with the video that I posted for Jack and Jill, I got like one dislike. So I mean, like, yeah, it didn't really do too well. But yeah, anyway, here we got Grown Ups 2. And this is the second Grown Ups movie in the Grown Ups cinematic universe. I like Grown Ups 1 actually. It's not the greatest movie in the world, but it's something. This one I hate. I hate Grown Ups 2. I hate this movie so much. Actually, I don't hate it that much, but I still think it's pretty lame. But anyway, let's talk about it. So yeah, the movie starts with like some stupid CGI deer that pees in Adam Sandler's mouth, and it's a really silly scene, and it's just really ridiculous, and yeah, it's just bad, and like I don't know, I think the daughter is kind of overacting a little bit. Like she has this scene where she's like, um, "Daddy, no," or something like that, and I think it's just, I mean, I don't really want to criticize child actor too much, but I think they could have told her to dial it back a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Like I don't intend to be like super critical of her. I just feel like it was um like a bit much. Like they made her voice, or not her voice, but they made her just like too childish, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Adam Sandler in this movie, he moved from Los Angeles to somewhere in New England. Um I don't know why is that a thing in Adam Sandler films? Him like living in New England. Or actually, that's not a thing in too many Adam Sandler films. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking like Mr. Deeds. In Mr. Deeds, he was somewhere in New England as well. Um, because I mean, Adam Sandler's from New York, and that's not New England. But anyway, I don't know. I guess he just chose New England for some reason, but because New England is nice. Rural New England is very nice. And yeah, he lives in this big old bomb house, and all of his other friends have lame, mediocre houses compared to him. Um, yeah, that's how it is. Well, actually, no, that's a lie too. I mean, the other people have nice houses, but just not as big as his, because he's the one who was the Hollywood big shot exec or whatever. But yeah, we go to Doug Heffernan, Kevin James. He's living in his pad and he's tutoring his kid, and the kid has got some learning difficulties. And that's a running gag throughout the film, that the kid has some trouble learning things. And yeah, so make what you will of that being a running gag. The fact that this child has some issues with learning, like many children do. Um, but yeah, and Chris Rock is also in this, along with his wife Maya Rudolph. Um, I forgot her name. I forgot the name of the family anyway. I think it's like Lam. No, it's not Lamonsoff. That's Kevin James last name in the movie. Oh, his name is Kurt. Chris Rock's name is Kurt in this. And yeah, their whole thing is that Maya Rudolph forgot their wedding anniversary, and yeah, Chris Rock is like, yeah, I'm gonna use this as a bargaining chip so that we can have this banging party at Adam Sandler's house, and it's gonna be the best. So that's how we get the ball rolling. That's kind of like the main climax of the film, is like that party, and everything in this movie revolves around like getting everything prepared for the party, which is going to happen eventually. Um, and then David Spade, yes, he's in. Oh yeah, I forgot. Rob Schneider isn't in this one. I don't know why. I forget why. I know there was some reason that he wasn't going to be in this. I think it was because like he was filming The Real Rob or something. But yeah, I liked Rob Schneider in the last one, so it kind of sucks that he's not in this. But they replaced him essentially with, I don't know, like a bunch of other people, just to fill in his void. They just shoved in Shaquille O'Neal, as well as just some of Adam Sandler's other friends, like Nick Swartzen, I think his name is. Um, yeah, he's the one that showed up in Bucky Larson. But anyway, so yeah, David Spade. He's got this thing going on in which a fling that he had like 15 years ago produced a child, and now the child is coming back, and he has to take care of him basically. And that's one of the big. That's actually one of the plot points I do like, because the kid is under the impression that David Spade abandoned him, which isn't the case, because David Spade actually didn't know that he had a child with this woman. So he's he's innocent of that. But the kid wants to like murder David Spade, and it's funny because the kid also looks exactly like David Spade, at least as far as his hair and some of his features goes. But like his he's like super ripped. He's like buff, which is a funny kind of comparison between the two. And then I also like how the kid uses a stick figure drawing to identify David Spade when he's looking to find him in this, like, around the start of the film. And then yeah, another big plot point is Adam Sandler doesn't want to have another kid, but Selma Hayek does. And Adam is like, we already got enough. And she's like, no, we don't. No, we do not. And that's another big thing that goes on in this movie. So yeah, it's like we got a lot of stuff going on. It's like Grand Theft Auto 5, because like they're like every single one of like the bunch has like their own side missions. So you have like Adam Sandler, he's got to do the party. That's his thing. And then David Spade, he's got to reconnect with the son. What's his name? Kevin James. He has to prove that he's like not a mama's boy. That's like something that's like a recurring theme throughout the film, is that like, yeah, that he's too dependent on his mother, and that causes some friction with his wife. And who else am I missing? Oh yeah, and Chris Rock. He's having issues with his wife as well. So like, there's all sorts of side missions and side things. And then there's side missions that the kids go through too, because Chris Rock's kids, for instance, China Anne McClain, whatever. She goes on a date. That's like another little plot thing, a little side quest there. And then you have who else? Who else is in there? Wait, hold up. Oh yes, and Cameron Boyce, rest in peace. But yeah, so his side plot is that he's getting bullied, as well as he breaks his leg because he joined the football team or something, and during the tryouts he broke his leg. And then the older brother, the oldest son of Adam Sandler, his thing is that like he's trying to get the girl, and that's another thing. Oh yeah, and then Chris Rock's other son needs to get a driver's license, and I actually like that side plot because Steve Buscemi and the son are pretty funny when they go on the driving test and do that. So yeah, but I digress. Yeah, so as I said, Nick Swartzen is in this, and I kind of like his character. He's pretty crazy. Yeah, and that's a whole thing. Yeah, they go to Kmart, and the whole gang is there. Kevin James, Adam Sandler, Tim Meadow is also in there. I like his character as well, because he's like bald, and it's funny, I think. Not that he's bald, but the way that they kind of, I don't know, it's not that funny. I apologize to any bald people that are watching this. And then it's another thing that's, so yeah, and then, yeah, so Tim Meadow, his son is the one that dates like China Anne McClain's daughter. So that's another thing. And then they go on a date later on, and Tim Meadow's son, his name is like Bumpy, and he's pretty funny. I like him. I like Bumpy. He's a cool rapper. I think he deserves his own movie. And then another thing is Adam Sandler has to deal with the fact that Stone Cold Steve Austin is in this movie. Well, no, he's not Stone Cold Steve Austin. His name is like, I forget his name, but yeah, he wants to kick, like well, actually, what happens is that like Adam Sandler, um, I'll get into it later, but yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin was like Adam Sandler's bully in the past, and yeah, some stuff happens there later on. And as I said, Shaq is in this as well, and I love him in this. I love him in every single movie that he appears in. I just love Shaq in general. He's a great man. Um, and then the villain from the first film comes back. I forget his name. He's also like he's a pretty well known comedian and friend of Adam Sandler. Um, but yeah, they make fun of him, and like there's this painful, stupid scene where he's like pouring out ice cream, and it looks like feces and whatnot because it's chocolate ice cream, and it's just a stupid scene. It's so silly, and it's like my least favorite part of the film. It's not even like it's so pointless and just gross. Um, yeah, and then David Spade and like the sons of Chris Rock and Adam Sandler, they decide to go off like they decide to jump off a cliff because that's what like their parents did for fun back in the day. And then there's a bunch of college students, and they're led by Jacob from the Twilight series. He's there. Yeah, Taylor Lautner's in this, as well as what's his name? Patrick Schwarzenegger. I forgot his name. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son. He's also in this, but he has a very tiny role. He's just like in the background. But yeah, they all play like a bunch of frat dudes, and I think Taylor Lautner is really funny. Is really funny in this because he's like absolutely ridiculous, and he's like doing flips and stuff, and it's honestly great. I just think it's a really funny like scene, like what I just really like his character in this. And then now we get to David Spade. He gets into a tire, and he like goes on like a little journey throughout the city, and it's ridiculous, and he ends up vomiting all over the place. And again, this is another really unfunny thing. I think like the slapstick just doesn't really make it's just not really that funny like in this regard. Like it's just not funny, and then it ends off with him vomiting all over the place, and it's just gross. It's not funny in any way. Well, if you found it funny, that's fine. I just personally don't think it really was good. I think it was just a silly, kind of ridiculous scene. So yeah, some stuff happens, and then David Spade's son decides to ruin the frat house that Taylor Lautner is a part of, and then I don't know why, I forget. And then the frat boys decide to take revenge on Adam Sandler and the gang. And then David Spade reconciles with his long lost son, and that's great. And then we go back to Kevin James, and he's arguing with his wife because, as I said, he's a mama's boy or whatever in this movie, or at least that's how they make him out to be. And then they end up going to a car washing thing, like a car wash, like one of the car washes, like one of those like fundraising car washes where people like wash your car. And then what's his name? Andy Samberg is in the scene, and he has this private area all over the windshield. And I think that's a funny scene too, because Andy Samberg is a cool actor. I like him. So yeah, we got a lot of crazy stuff going on in this movie. This whole movie feels like an episode of Family Guy, honestly, because it's just like a bunch of stuff is going on, and there's like a bunch of different like gags and cutaways. And yeah, and all right, I'm gonna take a break from talking about this movie to talk about something else that happened to me today, and that is I had lunch at El Pollo Loco, and it was pretty good. I had some tortillas, and I like the mac and cheese from El Pollo Loco. I think they have some really good mac and cheese there, and yeah, I just like the mac and cheese. It's good. El Pollo Loco isn't my favorite place. Like, it's not my favorite chicken place by a long shot, but I just go there pretty often. I don't know. Let's just say I just go there. They got some. I like their rice. The rice they have is pretty good. If I had to choose like my favorite chicken spot, it'd probably be Popeyes. I like Popeyes chicken. They're really good. I'm not just saying that because I'm talking about Adam Sandler. I don't know if you've seen Little Nicky. It was like, Popeyes chicken is a shiznit. That was a funny scene. But anyway, as I said before, Steve Buscemi is also in this, and he's one of my favorite parts of the movie because he shows up to the 80s party dressed as like Flavor Flav, and it's hilarious. I don't know. I just love Steve Buscemi and everything, and I think that yeah, I think it's great that he and Adam Sandler are friends, because I think he just makes every scene that he just steals the show. And then what else? Oh yeah, so the party happens, the party that I mentioned before, and it's like an 80s party, so everyone is kind of dressed in like 80s regalia and whatnot. And I like that. I like that because it's kind of fun. It's kind of funny seeing everybody dressed up as 80s things. And then Kevin James, like at the party, his kid, the kid who had like some learning difficulties, he turns out to be like a musical genius, which sucks, I think, because why couldn't they just have left him with like learning difficulties? Like, why did they have to like balance that out? Like, oh yeah, he has learning difficulties, but sure, he's a musical genius. Why couldn't they just have kept them with like learning difficulties, and that's that? Like, and then Kevin James would have just been like, you know what, son, I accept the fact that you have, some issues with learning, and I want to do my best as a father to, help you overcome those things. But instead, they have to be like, yeah, sure, he's got these learning difficulties, but look, he has this amazing musical talent. So like that cancels it out. So like I think they should have just left them with learning difficulties, and that's that. Like, so that children with learning difficulties know that it's fine to have learning difficulties, and that it's okay if you don't have any other big talents to cancel that out. Like, I don't. I think I'm maybe I'm not making myself clear, but I just don't think that it was necessary to give him like this crazy talent. I think they should have just left him as he was, a child with some learning difficulties, and that's something that many children deal with and struggle with, and that's something that's totally okay. And we as people should help them overcome those difficulties. And Kevin James should have been like, as I said, you know what, son, I'm gonna help you with your difficulties. But anyway, that's my little spiel about that. The J. Geils band, they show up. I don't know why they're there. I'm guessing because they're friends with Adam Sandler. I'm guessing that's just what happens whenever Adam Sandler makes a movie. He's just like, yeah, you know what? I think it'd be cool to have the J. Geils band show up. Because he's friends with everybody at this point, because he's just so cool, Adam Sandler. So he could just call up whoever, and be like, hey, you want to show up in my movie? And they'll be like, yeah, why not? So yeah, here comes, as I was talking about before, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He comes back, and Adam Sandler is like gonna fight him, and Adam Sandler's gonna fight him to prove a point, to be like, to show to his son Cameron Boyce, who's getting bullied, that like you have to stand up to your bullies. You can't let them just abuse you and take advantage of you. But Stone Cold Steve Austin, he was the bigger man. He was like, you know what? I see what you're doing for your son Adam Sandler, and I respect that. And I'm gonna make it look like I lost the fight, so that you can, show your son, show your son that, that's, you're supposed to stand up for yourself and whatnot. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's a cool scene. I don't know. I think it's cool that Stone Cold Steve Austin is in this. Yeah, and then the frat guys come back from earlier, and then there's a crazy fight, and it has cool moments. And Shaq, he grabs somebody and he sends them flying, which is pretty funny. And then I think I talked about the CGI moose. Yeah, but the CGI moose, he comes back. Did I talk about the CGI moose? No, I didn't. Did I? Oh, maybe I didn't. But yeah, if I didn't, I'm just gonna talk about it again. At the beginning, there's a CGI moose, and it looks stupid, and it peed in Adam Sandler's mouth. But the moose comes back, and he tries to bite Taylor Leighton Lautner's private area off, and it's a silly scene, and it's not very funny. I think it's just another one of those ridiculous kind of gross out scenes that this movie is so fond of, at least at some points. But yeah, the frat guys, they eventually run away with their tails between their legs, and yeah, it's a happily ever after kind of thing. And Adam Sandler also, like, at the end, there's like a scene where Adam Sandler's like, you know what, I'm I'm cool with being I'm cool with being like a father of four children. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Like, even though the reason why Selma Hayek was talking to Adam Sandler about like wanting to expand the family and stuff is because she was already pregnant when she was, talking to him about that. So then a later scene comes, and Selma Hayek is like, "Yo, I'm already pregnant, so we're gonna have this baby, whether you like it or not." And Adam Sandler, he's disappointed, but then he's like, at the end, he's like, "You know what? I accept that we're gonna have this child, and I'm gonna love this child. I'm gonna be the father of four children." Yeah, and that's how Grown Ups 2 ends. And yeah, final thoughts. This movie has some good jokes and gags. I like how ridiculous Taylor Lautner is and the rest of his like frat friends, and how evil and just crazy they're made out to be. Um, I also like Shaq. I like Shaq in every scene he appears in. Steve Buscemi is also really cool. And as I said, I dislike all of the potty humor. It's just lame, and it was never really funny throughout the film. And if you found it funny, that's fine. I just don't think it did anything to the film, nor was it ever particularly clever, in my opinion. I just thought it was very not out of place, but just silly and dumb. Um, Not to say that I'm like I love really intellectual comedy. It's just I just think it wasn't very necessary. That it was just silly. Because I think gross out humor is fine, but I just think the way that it was done here is just silly and bad. Yeah, I felt too much was going on in this movie as well. Like the scene in which Chris Rock's kid was doing his driving test. That didn't really advance much, although I do like seeing Steve Buscemi. And there's also a scene where Chris Rock's mother-in-law needs her cable fixed, and it's just a small gag, but I mean it's not funny. It's not like it. Well, it is kind of funny, but I mean it's like not necessary. I don't know why they threw that in there. I guess they were just trying to pad out the runtime, maybe. So like, hey, let's add this scene where Chris Rock does something silly to his mother-in-law. Um, and yeah, and then yeah, like all those fantastical elements of the film that just kind of threw me off, like David Spade getting in a um, what's it called, in a tire, and then just going around town, like I'm pretty sure, and he's like bouncing around in that tire. Like if that happened in real life, I'm pretty sure he'd be seriously injured. But in any case, yeah, it was just a silly scene. So yeah, anyway, I didn't really like this movie at all. Well, yeah, no, I did kind of like it. I liked it. Um, to a certain extent, I give it a 4 out of 10 stars. So not good, but not horrendous. It's something you can watch and be like, oh, it'll make you laugh here and there, but it's just really not that good a film. So that's why I give it 4 out of 10. I like the first Grown Ups a lot more because it's just much more grounded. Yeah, it's just an all-around better film. And anyway, thank you for watching. I can assure you I have better videos coming out than these lame film reviews, which I kind of just do to, pad out the time in between the videos that I actually put, some effort in. Yeah. So yeah, good stuff is coming, or stuff that I think is good is coming. It's up to you to decide if you actually find it good. The videos that I'm currently working on with the help of others. And yeah, thank you again for watching. If you did actually watch this, I imagine this video will probably get like 5 views at most. So I think if I'm lucky, 5 views at most. And yeah, I appreciate all 5 of those people, assuming that we even get to that view count. But yeah, it's like 2 a.m. now, So I'm gonna get some sleep. And thank you very much. And yes, God bless you all. And thank you for watching this once again. Thank you.